and 1 pint. Okay, so which direction is this going to go into? So 19 pints is equal to 9 quarts and 1 pint. So what direction should I put this through? Is it 9 quarts? No. So 19 pints is greater than 9 quarts. Okay, let you ponder on that. Look it through. Let's go to problem number 6. And problem number 6 reads 20 gallons and 75 quarts. Okay, so 20 gallons is going to be equal to how many quarts? Oops, I put a QU. I meant to put a QT. All right. Again, I'm going to do my rule. So I have for every 1 gallon, it's 4 quarts. And you may be able to do this, start memorizing it, which is fine. But till we get more practice in, since we've just started, I want you to make sure that you're putting out your table so that I know what you're thinking. Okay, so for every 1 gallon, it's 4 quarts. I had to multiply that by 4. So if I have 20 gallons times 4, how many quarts is that? It's 80 quarts. So 20 gallons is equal to 80 quarts. Well, which one's going to be greater? Absolutely right. 20 gallons is greater than 75 quarts. Okay, we have 3 more questions to go. Let's look at number 7. Number 7 is 65 quarts. And 32 gallons. Are those equal? So I'm going to, what is 65 quarts equal to? How many gallons is that equal to? All right, again, I'm going to do my rule. If I do my rule every single time, it's a win-win. I don't have to struggle. I don't have to think about it. I'm going to be using my chart, and I have my table to just plug in the numbers. So I'm going from quarts to gallons. I know that for every 4 quarts, there's 1 gallon. So I have to divide that into itself to get the 1 gallon. I'm given 65 quarts divided by 4. And I'm going to divide this over here. Put my multiplication sign. 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 equals 4. Subtract this part out. Pretend like this number doesn't exist. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down my 5. Okay, 4 goes into 25. 5 times is 20. 6 is 24. And I have 1 remaining. Don't forget that my 4 represents quarts. My 65, see it's right here? My 65 also represents quarts. I'm looking at my quotient being gallons, which means also that my remainder is in quarts. So 65 quarts is equivalent to 16 gallons and 1 quart. So if that's the case, which direction will this go into? Which one is larger? Absolutely right. 65 quarts is less than 32 gallons. 32 gallons is a lot more, has more volume or capacity than 65 quarts. Because look how much. It's almost a little less than half. So you can see that. All right, let's go to number 8. Number 8 reads, here's my paper over here, 28 cups and 6 quarts. So I have number 8, 28 cups and 6 quarts. All right, I'm going from cups to quart. So I need to go cups to pint. And let me fold my paper so that you can see it. Okay. So I find my cups, and I'm right here on my cups, and I need to go all the way to quarts. So I got to go cups to pint. Can't skip any lines. And then I go pint to quarts. Okay? And that's how I'll get my answer. So again, I have 2 steps. Here's step 1 and 2. So step 1, I'm going to do my rule. I'm going from cups, because that's where I'm here, to pints, because I'm over here. I'm going to use my benchmark. So for every 2 cups, it's 1 pint. So I'm going to divide that by 2. So if I'm given for every 2 cups, it's equal to 1 pint. I was given 28 cups. And if my rule tells me I need to divide it by 2, then 28 divided by 2 equals 16. Because 16 times 2 equals 28. So now I'm going to step 2. I'm going from pint to now quart. So I have my pint to quart. So here I ended up having, so my pints, so for every 2 pints, it's equal to 1 quart. I divide it by 2 because 2 divided by 2 equals 1. All right, now I'm here. I had 16 pints. My rule is to divide it by 2, which will give me now 8 quarts. So for number 8, which one is greater? Here it says 28 cups is equal to 8 quarts. Which is a true statement then here? Absolutely right. This 28 cups is, this is equal. This is less. It beat it by 2 quarts. This one, it's less than 2 quarts here. Okay? All right. Number 9, I'm going to get a new page. Now, I do expect you to show just this amount of work as I'm showing, because it's equally important. I looked up today to notice that for this one here, you're going to have 10 questions on STAR on measurement and conversion. 10 questions, and I'll go over that with y'all tomorrow. So I'm looking at 15 gallons, and 120 pints. So first of all, what is 15 gallons equal to? How many pints? So now, coming over here, here's gallon. I need to go to quarts, then from quarts to pints. So how many steps? Yep, 2 steps. Because I'm going from gallon to quarts, then from quarts to pints. Step 1 and 2. Again, so let's look at step 1. Step 1. I'm going to do my chart, my rule, and I'm going from gallon to quarts, because that's where I'm at here. Gallon, you can see that here, gallon to quarts. That's where I got that. Remember, I have to go left to right. I cannot go any other way, just like reading. So gallon to quarts. I'm going to use my benchmark here. For every 1 gallon, it's equal to 4 quarts. So I multiplied 1 times 4. Okay, well, it gave me 15 gallons. So 15 times 4, and 4 times 5 is 20. Carry my 2. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 2 is 60. So 15 gallons is equal to 60 quarts. That's step 1. Now I'm going over here to step 2. I'm going to make my rule again. This time I'm going quarts, because here it's right here. Quarts to pints. Well, using my measurement, for every 1 quart, it's equal to 2 pints. I multiplied by 2 because 1 times 2 equals 2. Again, when you're converting, you can only multiply or divide. So once you decide it, you got to see which one is that equal to. Now that I know my rule, I figured that I had 60 quarts times 2. Well, I have 1 0 here, so 6 times 2 is 12, plus my 1 0 is 120 pints. Okay, so 15 gallons is equal to 120 pints, and this is equal. All right, that was tonight's homework. Please buzz me. Let me know if you had any questions in regards to tonight's homework. It will be on Star. We're looking at 10 questions, so you're probably going to get at least 6 to, actually I think it's 14 questions, so you'll probably get about 8 to 9 questions on converting. So please make sure that you understand it and do it exactly the way we showed you, or I showed you, so that you know that you always have that correct. No more guessing. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.